Greetings, my family, greetings. How you doing?
Rastafari.
I trust everything out there.
Rise it, rise it.
John Rastaman, chant and feel so high.
Hey, rise it, rise it.
Reach the sky, meditation feels so high.
When the winds up the wings.
Yes, greetings, my family. Good afternoon. How are you doing out there? I am with you in the studio a little bit late, but better late than never. It's a real demand being able to leave the fine weather outside. Anyway, inside is a lot cooler though. Yes, what can I say? I trust that you've been having a fantastic day so far this afternoon. I've been driving down here and I can see the joy on the road, you know, but at the same time some of us do tend to put our foot down. So yeah, be careful you're out there. If you are driving and listening, or you're all making preparation of your meal, my salute to you. It's been quite an interesting week. All things are happening out there. But we do live in hope. But we need peace and harmony in this time. I'm in here and I'm thawing out. I am sweating. Yeah, but I need some cool breeze. Yeah, I need some cool breeze. Yeah.
Camp a 9 mile. Just keep the prince and the princess them mile. I in a Babylon them have moved too vile.
Chant it.
Them go send a exile.
Glorification of this black nation. I give thanks and love and all. God bless my mind.
Government.
Yeah.
Triple R. Righteousness.
Yes, my family, we have to chant it, and chant it. Yeah, we're in a time right now that we need to make our voice be heard and our actions be seen to be meaningful in this time. So much thing is happening round and about us. But yeah, family, I wanna do. Greetings, great uprisings to one out there. I hope one is doing fine and that you are enjoying it and be as fine as the weather. You know, so recharge your batteries. Yeah, recharge your batteries because there are uncertainties without a doubt ahead. Yeah, without a doubt there is concerns out there. But yeah, I'm making the adjustments still. It's been difficult rushing from one place to another within limited time because the starting time, yeah, is very difficult to make the adjustments, particularly when you're accustomed to be out there somewhere, you know, drumming or participating in something. Yeah, this time of the afternoon is more akin to dinner time, relaxation, possibly homework, things like that. Yeah, I depend on the time to be out there. As you know, my time frame before was 8 till 10, you know, in which case all would have been finished, dinner would have been had, and then, yeah, I would have been more relaxed to spend the time. And then I would have engaged with you also, but everything presently appears to be a rush, yeah, but who am I to complain, you know, I'm here, so we'll see as to how we can make the adjustments for the near future, yeah, it's a struggle nonetheless, yeah. Anyway, yeah, that's me and my time schedule, yeah. Yeah, so much has happened since since I've shared this platform with you. I haven't, what's happening? I haven't seen the phone. Yeah, yeah, so much has happened. Yeah, so much has happened in the past week, but I think most telling, without a doubt, is what's transpired down there in Westminster. You know, it's what a thing when enough is enough. You know, and we're seeing that around the world again. I think 'cause Sri Lanka was noticing uprising. You know, so we're going from resignations to uprisings, which is up on the land. And as I was saying with Boris, he has committed to resign, and everything in the community out there is going up. And I'm wondering if these things are going to turn out to be lies, which I doubt, because things are definitely on the up. The uncertainty, however, is whether Boris has in fact resigned, you know, or is it simply a reset? We know the old system is going through a reset nonetheless, but I am just wondering myself, what is the spin that they're putting on this one? Yeah, but with that being a concern, how is it that you're coping? My concern is what help I can afford you, or how we might be able to help each other to continue on this blessed journey that we call life. Yeah, and we know the will is never to give up on the good fight. Yeah, so it is our duty to keep the fire burning, you know, particularly in this time where so much is happening, you know, so much is happening out there. Yeah, but yeah, I'm still having to be struggling to find certain things. So listen, my family, let me just play you some music for a little bit here until I sort this phone and thing out, because the battery is flat.
Just I find them guilty, nobody them feel it. Rasta the on the journey, I don't need no attorney. No, yeah.
Well, the Baba man a cushion a clear, the mama cannot clear. Emperor Selassie, I alone when me fear. Me cushion a clear, the mama cannot clear. King Selassie, I when me fear. To me turn to the east and all the Trinity. Emmanuel Marcus and His Majesty. Me never close me, I never go down for me. And I pray to the man who I read you one. The man who I read the sky, the land and the sea. Who I read the flowers and even the tree. The man who I read the fishes and the birds and the bees. I'm Emperor Selassie, I come set us free.
Yeah. So hard in Babylon, still I can see. But I've been working so hard in Babylon, still I can see. But I've been working so hard.
long.
It's been so long. Too long Babylon enslaving.
Yo, yo, yo.
Still we've been strong. Moving on and on.
Yeah,
Still being strong. Through the storm.
Bless them, you know. What's on? Oh, well, they baba man, not cushion, not clear. Them mama cannot cheer. Emperor Selassie, I got one when me fear. Me cushion not clear. Them mama cannot cheer. King Selassie, I when me. Them not teach me fi love and them not teach me fi care. Them not teach me fi give and them not teach me fi share. Every day we get up in a this same nightmare. Can't walk the street, we have to walk in a fear. Elections be run at that time, them draw near. Them a buy the most brandy, whiskey and beer. So who bring the gun and the coke is come here? I want to the youth when I got in a fish here. I want to the youth where be a put ear to ear. Them a wear filler and night here. So tell me the truth that Babylon care. When me a got blood Babylon is a here.
Working so hard in a Babylon. Still I can see what I've been working for. Working so hard in a Babylon. Still I can see what I've been working for. Modern slavery, them still a kill baby. Vampire blood test, yeah. That's a fire them kill them. No for them work still there, yeah.
Say when them mama cannot clear, them mama cannot hear. Emperor Selassie, I alone me so fear. Me cushion not clear, them mama cannot hear. King Selassie, I with me, and on me turn to the east and on the world the Trinity. Emmanuel Marcus and his majesty. Me never close me, I never go down.
Yes, my family. Yes, my family. Still trying to get the technical side of it to in sync with everything. Yeah. Yeah. These greetings. I'm trusting all is well with you and all is good. Yeah. Right. So where are we? We're saying, have we really had enough of all that's going on? And I don't even think that's a question to be asked presently. The way things are going, I'm sure you've had enough in several different ways, but the only solution obviously is for us to stand together in unity and to fight this good fight, for family as well as community. But it being an afternoon and a Sunday evening at that, some of you are out there in the parks, some of us are at home making preparation of this Sunday meal, which in most cases, or certainly in the days of old, it was the family meal. Yeah, so what is there on the fire? What is it that you're cooking? Is it something that you can share? Or is it that the pot are cooked but the food not enough? Anyway, I'm gonna stick to the program. I hope and I do believe that Galactic Clyde is going to be with me in the studio at some stage a little bit later on. I'd just to rush from somewhere that we were together at the Tyant. It's water, I don't know if you're familiar with, but it's about purifying, looking on the acid to the alkaline, and to try and keep our body pH in balance. Yeah, because we are exposed to so many ailments out there. We don't know what to eat, what to drink, and even what we're breathing in, is of no, comfort. Yeah, to our body. Everything we do is like we're polluting or poisoning ourselves. Yeah, and these concerns is ongoing, but it's going on to the extent that because we don't know who to trust, we're very much fed up. We're very much fed up with all things which is happening out there. But in making a start, I'm mindful of the fact that with all things, we've traveled, and in traveling, sacrifices have been made to enable us to be where we are presently, whether it's we're in comfort or we're still having to shoulder some of the pain. But nonetheless, with all things, as long as there's life, there is hope. Yeah. So with that hope, we continue on the ancestral fights in the hope that one day we will get the unity that we deserve or we need within our community. And saying that, later on I'll be touching on the events which we've got in the pipeline, and those which had happened. And there's so much, because the sun is just bringing everybody out from everywhere. Even the ants this week, I see the ants that fly about the place. So they're excited with the heat, or is that they know they have to go elsewhere to find water, which water is again an issue for all of us. I managed to pick the first fruits off of the fig tree, and already I can see the figs, they're not going to be very big this year because of the lack of water. Yeah. But nonetheless, yeah, on the shoulders that we do stand, we pay our respect and we carry on same way. Yeah, respect to management and fellow presenters on blessradio1.com. To you, my listeners out there, more love, peace, and harmony, my family. To the generals, them out there in the community, on the front line, holding the fort, my salute. Again, the Joy Gardner family and Graham particular for gracing our studio last week. As you know, Graham was in the studio with myself. We had a nice little rapport, and I look forward to us linking up further, because he's doing his merchandise. Yeah. Our good brother Douglas Williams family. Also, my respect goes out to you. And I was speaking today with her sister Carol, and she's also let it be known that the headstone had been put in place this week. So that was a nice, pleasant surprise to be had. Nonetheless, it was great to hear. You know, to the Julia Gomez family, that's hashtag 107. Uzer, it will be this coming towards the weekend. And I'm looking forward to see as to what it is that we will be doing. It's going to be on the 15th of July. Nothing had been scheduled or planned, but I'm sure we're going to be doing something, if it's just to even visit the grave. Yeah, so that's for the 15th of July. So I'll elaborate a little bit more on that later on. I will be dedicating the show towards him next week with guests line up or link up in the studio. Also, I'd like to say to my family and friends in Jamaica, particularly I'd like to big up Batcha, Barry Jed, Steve, Finn, my cousin, Romaine, Raya, Annette, Yvonne, Dearly, that's all in my Landui community, and Big John, yeah, John Nicholas up in the hills, and Martin, the English one. Yeah, so manners and respect salute goes out to one of my family. So I'm trusting that the day is fine and all is well in house. Yeah. Now, insofar as our topics for this week, as I'm starting to wind up in the sense as to getting ready and good to go. Program topics, we're going to be looking at the drum unity, African ancestral salute as usual. The Sangoma drummers group, obviously I'll make mention, but I haven't done anything this week out there because I've been back on the plantation, my family. That's what's made the difference. Yeah, I'm out there. I've been working all of this week, but I'm out in the fresh air still. I've put a post to show you that I'm out there still engaging, but I'm in an area where it's to a certain extent far removed from London. Yeah, we're gonna go through the healing, looking at forgiveness, the community politics. We're doing community. I'm gonna be looking at politics because certain things is happening up there in Edmonton community that I'm a bit concerned around our sitting MP in Edmonton there. We're going to look at the love and unity. And obviously I've added some events. In the last 2 weeks I'd been aiming to have jammers in the studio so that we would say have a discussion around the events coming. That has not transpired, and yeah, I've got a little bit of an issue around that, being straight and open and transparent. But these are things that we need to make sure we deal with in the spirit of our good brother. Yeah, all being said, obviously I'm missing so much within family, community, and I have to make mention of I mentioned Batcher as a brother I ran into this week. Yeah, I think after 30 years I bump into a brother named Vincent Narrowway, which was a pleasant surprise. And again, even yesterday I ran into Earl again whilst being out on the road, But yeah, so much things are happening and continue to happen. We no doubt would have lost some loved ones, gone to bed, or again, in the case, some have resigned, as in the case with the politics, or has reinvented themselves. Yeah. So with all of that, things happened, and when enough is enough, you have to do what you have to do. You either take a stand or your action. Yeah. So the action that needs, I think, what the community is crying out for is to see the back of of Boris in a way that the Sri Lankan president, I think it is, had also make good his flight and get away, you know. So the case is that we're having to look as to the reality. Even though the sunshine is giving us that element of hope, we get excited, but with all that is happening, petrol prices, I mean, I'm a person that drives, so I'm noticing on that, the prices, the fluctuation, and again, given that I'm working where I'm working, again, it's a good little distance to be driving, so yeah, there's all kinds of concerns, with family. But I'm hoping, obviously, that in so doing, as a community, we'll be able to get through. Yeah. So yeah, I was hoping to have a reflection on the fun day over Battersea. I wasn't able to make that because part of the constituents working last year, I got the splinter in my hands, and because I do the drumming, every time you hit it, it's like it was going further and further in. So I made sure over the weekend to get rid of it or to get it out and to allow it to heal. Yeah. So I will also be looking at the developments with the T-shirts. Again, my good brother, the book, The Words of Good, which I think is a good time to start now. I mean, we should have really be up and running, but yeah, I'm a bit, can't say exhausted, but yeah, I feel like I really should be outside, and be enjoying the weather. Yeah, another sister I had a conversation with at the earlier part of the week, if I do believe, was Miss Anne Guns, from Samuel Gums Funerals, and she did actually send me a jingle, so I'm hoping that I'll be able to play that for you at some point later on. The interesting thing there is, in having a conversation, she was saying that our good brother Douglas Williams had, when she was opening up the family parlour, I think it's on Hornsey Road, she had given some cards, but I haven't received them as yet, so I can't give you the full address, but maybe on the jingle it would make mention of where it is. Yeah, but yeah, I was having the conversation only to discover that we went to the same school, and one of the last, when on our launch, she was expecting of Brother Dougie was to open up and be like the main speaker, you know. So that just made me gravitate towards her more. So I know I'll be seeing her over the weekend period of next week, or week after next rather, at the event. Yeah. So yeah, all said and done, my family. It's gonna be a hot one. The studio, I think we could really do with a fan. Yeah, okay, at least I've got some water. Yeah. So yeah, let me just play another track and then we can come back. Yeah. Let's see, I think it was track 2. Yes, God and God alone in this time of family. God and God alone. Now I'm on a journey, always gonna stop me. I see no one in my way. It's even more than words can say. Unless the last year needs a way. If it takes more than birds to sing, to let them know he's the only King of Kings. Thy blessing pure. Sunny day, I pray. Jaja needs the way to Zion highway. Sunny day, I pray. Jaja leads the way to Zion highway. When the king is passing, wicked out his mousing. Easily been taken away. No for them I eat them, long time must not see them. None of them can come chase I away. Sunny day, I pray. Jaja leads the way. Yes, yes, my family. What is cooking? What have you got on the fire? What are you preparing for the family this day? It being 4:40 p.m. in this lovely and glorious Sunday afternoon. Yeah, for those who went to church, I hope you had prayed for me and that your day and all the blessings that you had requested be bestowed upon you. Yeah. I think what I will do for today, I will go to the center and see as to what is there to be revealed. Yeah, so the word for today, taken from the Words of Good, Volume 2, which is called Enlightenment, page 1620, courtesy of our good brother Ian Rastafari, Kunti Rastafari, sorry. Yeah, so yeah, it's a real challenge. And what the good word says is we must realize our problems as well as our personalities, and through mutual discussion come out with the solutions for improvement. Now, that was just random and you could say spiritually led, but it is pertinent and important in what it has echoed. Echoed that we must realize our problems as well as our personalities, and through mutual discussions come out with solutions for improvement. So the solution, therefore, through discussion is reasoning. And I am sure the listeners out there, you'd like for us, particularly when we're talking about unity, to come forward having realized our problems as well as our personalities, and come through mutual discussions to find solutions for our own improvements. Now, these are not my words, okay? I might have put a different spin on it insofar as its interpretation. But unity is not a easy thing to achieve. And for that reason, it is why I said it is important that we look at to how we can heal in by forgiveness, and that it must be governed by love in order to achieve the unity. And that presently is still our problem, our greatest problem, because we can always continue to complain. Yeah, we can always complain, but the solution still lies with us. Yeah, because we are responsible for our own destiny. Despite one might have nuclear weapons, yeah, if they're to let that off, that is everybody blown up. Yeah, so that is not a fear factor that one should really worry about. Yeah, the main concern, to how I would understand it, is going to come from those amongst ourselves who, for whatever reason, whether it's ego, whatever it is, money, that drives them, that they take their eyes off of the prize. Yeah, because the ultimate prize is our unity. Yeah, I can look back on some of the posts and you can see some countries out there coming into our motherland and they're taking samples, which is more than it's more than obvious that the intention is not honest. Yeah, for the size, because that is not a sample. Yeah, that looks more like a consignment. Yeah, so we give others the opportunity to exploit us through our own lapse, or through we've been having fallen to our own ego or temptations. So that is the reason why I look to the words of good as a guide, because these are His Majesty's words. Yeah, in so far as words of good are concerned. So they're not my words, and my brother also had made it known to me that they are not his words either. Yeah, these are words that was gifted to him, that he has made good and available to us all to be utilized for the benefit of us as a community. Yeah, so I'm asking you, my family, that where possible that you can get hold of a book as such, and it will aid you along your path. Yeah, and yeah, be encouraged in order to do so. Yeah, it's and without a doubt, it's an healing. Yeah, for us all. And whilst I'm saying that, something has happened within my community that was brought to my attention only yesterday, or we might even say last night, which has left me in great concern, and it relates to what is taking place, or what is going to be taking place come Sunday of next week, which is going to be the 17th of July. And what that relates to is the selection of the Member of Parliament within our Edmonton constituency. And I say constituency, I'm talking the Labour Party, CLP. And what it is that concerns me is that procedure has commenced to decide if the CLP wishes to trigger a full selection or
to reselect the current MP, who presently is Kate Asamoah. Now, she's a sitting MP. She's on her second term, and she's inherited the position from Andy Love. And in the last 2 years with the COVID, I'm not sure as to how our offices were able to function. But where my concern is here is that she should be having to go through this process, which historically I myself encounter as what we then see as a counselor, that you're on this perpetual roundabout where you're having to be worrying about being deselected by your own and not de-elected. Yeah. So what I'm not pleased about is this power or this responsibility is not with you, yeah, the electorate, because not all of you who elected this sitting MP are of the Labour Party. So this to a certain extent highlights the power that lies within the institutions of political party. Yeah. So if it is that you're out there and you're doing your work, yeah, and it goes against doing the work for the community, I must emphasize, and it cuts against the grain of what your party, or cuts against the grain of party lines, then it's not something that they may well endorse or agree with. And I think for myself and others who have, given her their opportunity, would like for her, certainly, yeah, to have the opportunity in order to do what we're asking of her to do. So that's a concern for myself. So those of you who have the power within the community, who are members, then I'm bringing that to your notice, because not everybody, yeah, would have that notice. And I'm saying that because I did not receive it directly. Yeah, I did not receive it directly. So you can see I'm one of those that cuts across the grain. Yeah, I'm a Corbynista. I'm a socialist. Yeah, I'm not party political. I'm more community. I'm a community activist. I'm also a whistleblower, as a number of yourselves are aware of. Yeah, so I can only bring things to your attention. It's for you to action, if you so wish. Otherwise, somewhere down the road, we will suffer the consequences. And what I omitted to say, and it shouldn't be just because she is of African descent that we should vote for her. Yeah, but on the other hand, yeah, sometimes they say it's better the devil you know than the one you don't know. Don't hold me on that on principle, yeah, because we want for them to be serving, yeah, ultimately to serve the community and the whole community, yeah. But where there is, what you say, less representation on our part particularly, and where we're at a state now where they are looking to be upping the ante, particularly on the immigration and the deportation. Yeah, I certainly can see the direction to which it's going. Yeah, we who are of that Windrush generation of the diaspora, former Commonwealth, yeah, they are pushing us one side in order to open up the gates for others, yeah, who are of not our complexion in most cases. And it's a fact. Yeah, the evidence is out there staring us in the face. Yeah, there are institutional racism rampant in all of the institutions. We can't get ourselves away from it. It is factual. Yeah, and those who are in this privileged position, yeah, they want to take it to the extent that it is corruption, which then, reflects mafia. Yeah, and that is just totally disgusting at this time. Yeah, with information technology, when we talk about injustices and equal rights and justice. Yeah, we can't afford to just let these things continue to happen to us, and then when we allow and we lose our representation, we ain't got no one to argue our corner as to how they're going to be exploiting us in our motherland. Yeah, we need our representation. As few as they are, we can't afford to be losing any. Yeah, so I'm asking that you take that into consideration. Oftentimes, first term, you're not able to achieve much. Yeah, but all that is happening round and about us, we need the representations at all levels, because eventually they come to realize the game that is being played, because a game has been played here, and maybe they hadn't seen that it would come to this, but it's not the first time and it won't be the last either. Yeah, so I'm asking of you who are in the community that can impact and to make a difference, yeah, that you give that some consideration. Yeah, and again, it leads us to a point where we're saying enough is enough. Yeah, it goes for all the political parties. Yeah, they are one big institution. Yeah, that they tend to, for whatever reason, we say one hand can't clap, but the two they always clap the same tune. Yeah, which is to exploit and to not recognize the sacrifice to which we have made in order to make this country if it was great. Yeah, so now is our time, family, whereby we need to step up, and it's not just here, it also echoes out there in the diaspora, Africa and the West Indies, and even in my community where I come from, which I have to tell them that I belong. Yeah, because for those of you who might not be aware, I'm from that community that seem to be as guilty as many communities up here insofar as the death which are taking place. Yeah, I'm gonna say that I'm from a community in St. Thomas up the Yalas River called Landui. Yeah, so big up the Landui crew, man them, yeah, and the woman them, yeah, big up the community. Yeah, as I said on a few occasions that I've been there, and this is where I belong. Yeah, despite the fact that I've been up here 52 years, that's where I come from. Yeah, and I'll share it with you because I've said it a few times to you down there. My disappointment is to see as to how the river has been destroyed. Yeah, so much so that when I come back, I can't go riverside and beard. I'm a come back yesterday and I watch other shows like Moko and all them places where people are go riverside and I enjoy themselves, and I know so they never used to be able to do it better than we used to do it on the Judgment Cliff, down there in Mount Sinai. Yeah, so we've lost the holy of holies. Yeah, insofar as what nature had gifted us. And the reason for that is because we are taking away the sand, most possibly to go and build some hotel or some big house elsewhere where we should really be utilizing it within the community. Because if we are, or if we were using it within the community, I'm sure we're not going to be using more than is required. Yeah, because we don't want to have changed up the the features, yeah, of the community to the extent that there's no peace. And it really burns me and it's really painful. This week I was talking with Femi, and I've been communicating also with Mr. Burke, yeah, and I'm hoping that within the near future that we're going to be able to do things more so on a community level, which then also will extend here to the diaspora. Yeah, diaspora being us who are here from Africa as well as the West Indies. Yeah, because we've got to treasure all it is that we have. And I think in last week's program or the week before, I was taking note of what had transpired with the Maroon and the cockpit country. These are national treasures that the uprising that you're seeing running about the place. Yeah, I can say to you, particularly on the t-shirts. I've got t-shirts down there. Yeah, we're not arguing, asking of you to go and argue. We just say, just put on the t-shirt and let them know that enough is enough. Yeah, they're basically looking out for themselves, feathering their own nest, their nose in the trough, yeah, and dealing with greed to a certain extent. Yeah, so we've got big challenges both here as well as out there in the community. But as you know, down there, I pledge my support. Yeah, because I can't divorce myself away from where I'm from. That's where my navel string is. As much as I've been here 52 years, I've never really felt welcome, and all I'm seeing hasn't changed much. Yeah, they've come somewhat down the road insofar as modernization, because when I came here there was no central heating, no double glazing. Yeah, so there has been major improvements on their side. Society, we've seen the changes insofar as opportunities, but at the same time they still maintain it to be an institution that doesn't benefit us. Yeah, so I'm quietly pleading with you, my family, that we need to address those kind of things on the political level in order to set the things straight. And for us in Jamaica, for us to regain our pride. Yeah, because we represented at one point the fight, or the freedom fighters for the fight against injustice. Wherever we went, our flags were flying high, because we are renowned for taking a stand. But we've lost that platform, and we need to regain it. Yeah. So to you out there, my fellow Jamaican brothers and sisters, my family, hold tight, hold strong. Yeah, and we're not fit all in the grounds, because I don't know what excuse now the government is going to come up with, because I think it's fair to say COVID take a blow. Monkey flu won't work, because I don't think there's any monkeys on the island unless you go to the zoo. Yeah, and unless it's the what do you say, the politician them up to some monkey business, which we know they are. So any of them come with that one, that just tell them the only monkeys that you know is them. Yeah, so I'm leaving that one with yourselves, and trust that all will be well for the near future. Yeah, so whilst I'm saying that, I need you, before I leave you down there, Landry, I need you to link up back with Coach, yeah, to deal with those t-shirts which I'd left in his charge. I was given the assurance that he still has the stencils. Yeah, so I need for yourselves to action those t-shirts and to make use of what they are saying. That is that we're fed up. Yeah, enough is enough, and we need to get up to no good, which is KNOW. Yeah, so that's where I am presently, family, and I'm hoping that will give us some words of encouragement, as was from the words of good. Yeah, in addition to all things, as I say, as things develop, I will let you know further what is happening. But yeah, I've got your corner, and I'm hoping to do some good things with you down there. Yeah, back with us up here in Edmonton. I've got a situation with the allotment and the Bontegay group. We've got an allotment that we don't want to lose. We want it to remain within the community, so I'm looking for volunteers to be in touch with the Bontegay group, to come in as members or after a period of time as partners. Yeah, because we're coming, I think 2014 is when everything comes to the end, and we need to make sure that we leave a legacy for the community, particularly our young people. So there's a special shout out for the young people within that Montague area. I want for you to step up, yeah, and make yourself available to be empowered, yeah, because like for myself, like I say, I've been on the plantation the last week, so I've not had much time to do the community stuff, and I'm conscious of the fact that it's summer upon us, yeah, so enough things have to be sorted out, yeah. Yeah, the greatest thing still though, and the most important one presently, 2 weeks from now we've got an event which really deals with our good brother and community champion, Brother Douglas Williams. And this event is twofold. We've got the first being the 23rd of July, which is at the Parkview Academy, West Green Road, N15. Yeah. We've got good and proper use of the school, yeah, which is just up the road from our good brother's home, Douglas Williams. And on the Sunday, as we've been doing for the past 3 years, we're going to be doing something at the Chestnut Park, St. Anne's Road. Yeah. Now, I'm using this flyer. It's a 1,000 drum African ancestral salute for Sunday the 24th. Yeah. A community gathering. Yeah. Sharing memories, tributes, libations. We're saying face painting, drumming, dancing, food stall, arts and crafts, spoken word, singing, reasoning, and finding our voices. Yeah, because 3 years down, as I said earlier, our good brother, the headstone is on, but the legacy that our brother has left us is his desire for us to be one in unity. Yeah, and my interpretation and understanding is that we don't all have to get on, and in some cases it's important that we don't get on. Yeah, because we have to scrutinize sometimes ourselves, but it's more what do you say, it's more I can't even find the word, but I think it's better when somebody else is your critics, because you will argue, you'll give that person a better argument than if you was going to be arguing with yourself. Yeah, as an example. Yeah, so the fact that we don't get on as a community is not unique in any culture. Yeah, it's part and parcel of the whole thing. But in having your reasoning, if, yeah, both sides have a common aim or an objective, then that's what you work towards. Yeah, and I will keep saying it. It's not about the ego. I've been on this earth, in this community long enough to come to realize that if you put yourself on a pedestal, or if you allow others to put you on a pedestal, when they pull the rug away from, yeah, if you're not connected to your community, yeah, you're gonna have one hell of a long fall. Yeah. So in all that we do, yeah, we've got to put family and community first before our own self. Yeah, and that's what I'm asking for us to understand. No man is an island, and none of us can stand alone. Yeah, and my good brother who had given me the opportunity to sit in this chair, to give me a platform to reach out to you on a less tiring way. Yeah, because if I was to run up and down the road, it's going to take more out of me, but I'm here seated. Yeah, so all I have to do is just to humble myself in the knowledge that what I'm doing is only small compared to what my ancestors had done for me to have this opportunity. Yeah, it's not my brain, Yeah, it's my ancestors. The example being, if it wasn't for Dougie, who is now with the ancestors, yeah, I wouldn't be in this chair. That's how simple it is. You see? So whilst we're here, we've got a duty, yeah, to get to that unity, because once we get there, all the problems that we're seeing, particularly again with our young people, it won't exist. Yeah, well, not to the extent that it presently is, because it takes a village to raise a child. Yeah, and as you see now, I'm trying to reconnect with my village. Yeah, back there in Jamaica, because over the years I've been going backwards and forward. I've seen the consequence of them gravitating towards a material thing that the West throws as an illusion, and then they themselves lose the beauty of their natural surrounding. Yeah, and so much so that I can say, and some might think I'm a madman, when I go home in my community, I can go a riverside and be naked with my community. Yeah, and that was a joy, because it teaches me so much as to the what do you say, the oneness, that bondness that takes away lust and everything, where we used to eat out of one pot. You know, that's why I can understand better now when our elders talk about the good old days. Yeah, but we've got to a stage now where every man is for themselves, you know, and that is just so wrong. But at the same time, it is a choice that we have. But maybe the fact that we have a choice is what's working to our detriment. Yeah. So insofar as the events, it's on the same level as we had done last year, Chestnut Park. The first year, as you know, it was fantastic. Last year, I am not even sure as to whether we'd exceeded the first year, but I know last year also was a joy. So I'm very much looking forward to this year. Having spoken to Carol since morning, yeah, I'm further encouraged, yeah, because of the absence of this meeting between brothers. Um, I have concerns, and I had us to be reassured, yeah, that we just need to see this through, because Brother Dougie's already done the work. You know, we just have to turn up. Those of us who's coming with our drums, come with our drums. Those who would normally turn up for Brother Dougie in whatever way, just turn up, do your thing, and it's important for me moving forward. And when I'm saying this, I mean on balance. Yeah, because I had put a flyer together with I think it was four men and 5 women. Yeah, because I do believe that our best lead to a certain extent, and maybe it's because they can multitask and not as much egoistic as ourselves, is to make the woman them drive the thing. And again, I'm using our great maroon leader Nani as an example. Yeah, and even like myself, when I got a yard, yeah, if I'm gonna do business, I want the woman them to deal with the finances. Yeah, because then we make it accumulate. Yeah, the man them probably just gone out, go spree, gallivant and spree. Yeah, me not point no finger, but me just say, I saw our mindset is being cultured, yeah, or enslaved. Yeah, we find, so we have to go, we want Gar Road to go enjoy before we look to build up a little empire or to do the business, you know. So that's just my little take on the thing, you know. Yeah, so like I'm just rabbiting on and just listening out. Yeah. Now what I hadn't done, I'm hoping this phone has got some charging on it, because yeah, I'm sorry, but this phone was just so flat, so it never makes sense. I gave you the number and then embarrassed myself when the current power in it. Ah, dear, oh dear. Okay, anyway, listen, let me just play on some more tune. Alright, try and sort this thing out. John, no.
It's a worldwide thing. Whoa. It's a worldwide happening. Whoa.
Rumble jumbo.
Now this a rumble jumble life. For people pay the sacrifice. Now this a rumble jumble life. Whoa. But I eat some food and it can't taste nice. It's a rumble jumble life. For people pay the sacrifice. Inna this a rumble jumble life. Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's time for redemption. From a distance, some say it's too much sacrifice. From a distance, some say we must pay the price. No man is an island. No man stands alone. We all need each other, whether black or white. Say we must unite. It's a rumble jumble life. For people pay the sacrifice. Inna this a rumble jumble life. Oh, when I eat some food and it can't taste nice. It's a rumble jumble life. For people pay the sacrifice. Inna this a rumble jumble life. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Woo, money rough, yes it tough, yes it dread, yeah. Woo, money rough, yes it tough, yes it dread, yeah. It's a rumble jumble life. For people pay the sacrifice. Inna this a rumble jumble life. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What is gonna happen to this generation? This generation. What is gonna happen to this newborn generation? Oh, this third and fourth generation that is coming now. This third and fourth generation, hear me now. Inna this a rumble jumble life. For people pay the sacrifice. Inna this a rumble jumble life. Man I cook some food and it can't taste nice. It's a rumble jumble life. Whoa, 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 Lord. Inna this a rumble jumble life. Whoa, hey.
Jumbo.
Right now. Yeah, and we the poor people always have to pay the sacrifice. Yeah, what a thing. Yeah, when all said and done, and we same one have to pay the sacrifice. Yeah, so what are we gonna do in this time now that we are the third and fourth generation coming up? Yeah, what are we gonna do? Are we gonna continue in the same manner? Yeah, because I am alright and you are not, so it make me better than. Or are we gonna come together as one in order to be the solution? That is a challenge which is confronting us this time. Yeah, and if we're not careful, the time will just lapse and then it'll be somebody else who then is faced with this challenge. Yeah, so what are we going to do, my family? What can we do? Yeah, I'm sorry to say the phone is not okay, it's coming up. Yeah, but yeah, I can give you the phone line in the meantime. We're at 5%. Yeah, so the number is 079 444 31366. Yeah, so respect to you, the listeners out there. Respect goes out to you all. I hope that your food is tasting nice. If you've embark on your meal. It's been now after 5. I'm myself. I'm looking forward to my brother joining me in the studio. I'm hoping he's able to do so. When he does, we can talk more on the event coming up. We'll probably talk a bit also on the drumming. But in the meantime, I think what is becoming more and more obvious is the fact that the T-shirts which I've got out there is very much appropriate for the times to which we are presently in. Now, these T-shirts have been out now, you could say 3 years, and I myself had restricted them. Yeah, and I'm probably guilty in that when I first came with it, I thought, it's best to just keep it within the black community. But even with that, it's taught me such a big lesson that if you depend on your own, you will starve. Yeah, you will starve for whatever reason. I don't know if it's a crab in a barrel mentality, but these T-shirts were designed because behind the whole motivation is a movement, and this was something that Muta was teasing out of myself. And being honest, I didn't really want to reveal. Yeah, but yeah, enough is not normal. To be honest with you, I've gone to even register it on a political level. Yeah, because I've got the intellectual properties both on it and on RAS. Yeah, which RAS is a reflection. Yeah, as to a language which is better associated with Jamaica, where when it's said it means that we are fed up at the end of our tether, had enough, a take a stand, yeah, and basically gonna action. Yeah, so that is what we represent, or that was the intention as to when it was registered, as to some of the purposes to which it can be put to. Yeah, as a political, well, we shouldn't even say political, but whenever time you have a movement, it seems that it implies that it's political, but it is an option. And in this time, there's so much confusion that I said to myself, if I was to go into a polling booth tomorrow and I see something say enough is enough, that's where my vote is. I don't even have to think about it. Yeah? But you see, when you have on this T-shirt, you don't even have to go in a no booth. Yeah? That's how I've worked it out. You don't have to go in a booth. Yeah? My own idea, the concept behind that is to have the 1,000 drums. Yeah? And even that is like a nuclear weapon. Yeah, if you've got that number. So the reality is, even if we have 100, 200, and we turn up at any protest, yeah, any protest, that was the inspiration gained from my good brother's ascension. And I don't intend to make it mine's. Yeah, I say it's ours. Yeah, but I don't know if it's for whatever reason we can't seem to grasp the fullness of it, to understand its potency and potential. Yeah, that's all you need to realize. So I've got the intellectual property on them both. As you know, at the earlier point of my program, when I was here first, I was talking to the likes of 007. I haven't seen or heard from my sister in a while, so I'm wishing her good health as a warrior out there, a warrior queen. Yeah, just as again brings to mind the warrior queen Sasha Johnson. I wish you well, more strength, my sister. You always seem to be on my mind of late. Yeah, so I'm giving thanks for that factor. Yeah, because when I was in Jamaica and I did libation, it was for you as to why I had us to take the drum to Jamaica with me, because I recognized the magnitude of what was needed, yeah, in order to be where we are today. Now we can see all around us the system is failing us and falling apart. To a certain extent, we can say we're seeing Babylon fall in front of our very eyes. Yeah, and they're so confused that they don't want to follow or listen to what prophecy is saying. Excuse me. They're in denial of the fact that it's a reset. Well, they know it's a reset, but they don't want to relinquish what they consider to have been the power which was in their hands. But each time that they wish to take this power, assume this power that they have, it always requires violence. It's never love or unity. Whereas I think as a culture, whenever we achieve anything great, it's through love and unity. Yeah, and that again is the reason why I'm so taken in with the guidelines for the program that Wifey had presented. When I looked at it, I said, wow, love, unity. Yeah, how can you not embrace that? Yeah, and on top of all of that, how do you achieve it? Is through forgiveness, and ultimately that leads to our healing. Yeah, and it's really a hard task. When I, even over this last, or to say, episode of trying to get this thing together, where I'm trying to address it in a way to say, listen, this is only, well, to be honest, it's not just only, this is really shared responsibility. Yeah, I'm just a voice where I open my mouth and nothing is scripted, even though I do have the guidelines. But it's like I'm not even responsible for what I say. The only controlling measure I have is that I'm mindful of the time of day to which it is. Because it's not like when I was on the show between the hours of 8 and 10 o'clock. I was behind that threshold, which is 6 o'clock. And I'm so mindful of it that I have to be politically correct. Yeah? And not being using foul language as they might say, even though there's no language that is foul. Yeah? So while it is that I'm in part saying that we're now sitting down as a family having dinner, reflecting on the week ahead, and then those of us who are fortunate that we can sit down and reason with our children to be able to engage with them, you know. And I'm saying that again because I've had a taste of being a grandfather this week, you know, spending a short period of time with my son and his family. Up there with my two grandsons, yeah, and that was really a joy on top of last week with my granddaughter, you know. So I'm cherishing these moments. So I'm not saying that you would wish to see the back of me, but I'm saying that, you know, these are sacrifices when it comes to family. Yeah, we ourselves, you know, have to be reminded at times that our priority is family, then community. Yeah, I mean, I've been burning the candle at both ends, you know. I've been doing community, community. Yeah, and at this stage, I'm just so anxious, just like with the elders or the generals, that the body ain't as fit as it used to be. Yeah, but what certainly has become evident is that the mind gets a little bit sharper and kind of have a whole heap of things in there. Him can't sleep. Him just open the mouth and the mind just want to jump out in words. Yeah, through the experiences. Yeah, and it's been quite a long journey politically. And when you see the sacrifices and how they're treating us, the Windrush generation particularly, who came here and butter in all kinds of weather, and they can now just relinquish our effort and put it in the hands of, you say, like foreign nationals, yeah, and then to want to insult us on top of it, and try to, and you have to watch them, they're gonna try and come with another, what do you say, variant of some sort, yeah, and that variant very much you can say is a consequence of where under the juke on yourself with or not allow them to have a joke with, yeah. So these are the things that we are now exposed to. And again, it was the same situation that they now would be want to be exploiting down there in Jamaica. But I know in my community, and I know if I want to take the joke, if any, yeah, because for one, if you afford the first one, you're not sure if you afford the second one, much less the third and the fourth. Yeah, and you and I know, say, nothing in life is free unless if you're in our country and you can get water, or true we believe say certain things free, some of them take shortcut on the electric down there. Yeah. The only thing in life is free is oxygen. The air that you breathe. Yeah. Them not really come up with a thing if you do that yet. But it look like them in a work on it. That's why them put a mask on your face. Yeah. And then when you can't breathe now, take them in the stew in the hospital and give them extra oxygen. You understand? Take on make experiment. Yeah. So that appears to be where society wanna lead us. And for those of us who are from the diaspora, I mean, I count my blessing that I was not born here, so I've got examples that I can lean on to give me that balance as to the reality, yeah, of life. Yeah, when you're in the countryside and you can grow whatever you want to eat, just as long as you have rain, yeah, as long as you have water, yeah, we don't need nobody, yeah, other than probably a donkey, and then now, you see what I go on now, cobalt, aside from solar, yeah, because I think the two of them work together, yeah, to enable you to regenerate, to charge and regenerate, yeah. That is the direction to which our country should be moving towards, yeah. But that is another thing. Me have to just count my blessing now because I'm still trying to understand it. That within my said same little Landui community, is that's where Mr. Paul Burke, the family belongs. And I was having conversation with about 3 fellow Jamaicans, and they're making me know the significance of who this brother is. Yeah. Historically, I'm sharing this with you. I mean, I know where I'm from in Lando. It's not normal because I've got the archives. In all the years I've been traveling, I've been videoing, which at some point I'll make available to yourself. I just got so many that it's going to take me a long time to edit and then to put up. Yeah, but within my community is where the Constitution of Jamaica was in part responsibly drawn up by a number of eminent individuals. And when I realized this, which is what you said, you don't know where you're going unless you know where you're coming from, I started to collect and to be informed from the elders within the community and for the archive stuff that I had recovered, because they would have been destroyed by now. I mean, I've got a program for Norman Washington Manley's funeral, and it just looks so simple. And I say, imagine that for such a man of that stature. Yeah, but that's just an insight. But what I'm saying to you, the community over here, when I went down, um, I made certain links, certain connections, and they continued because again, you could see I was here with, um, well, I wasn't here with Muta, but Muta was in this very chair in the studio. So once we can link up those individuals, and again, yesterday I was talking to Femi Bogle, I guess say, over there in Florida, and yeah, we need to put something together. I've got a cousin over there in Tasmania. I think she was in Australia, but she's now in Tasmania. Yeah, and from that said same community, and again there are so many more. Yeah, so we're going to be looking to see what we can do on that side to link up with home. Yes, so that it will be another option for myself aside from Africa, because Africa for me, it seems it neglects a little bit of my responsibility at this age. If I was younger, I probably would do it more so, but now I think my commitment is for Jamaica, knowing the history and how easy it has become to be realized, because it would be something to build, I forgot what you call it, kind of community out there within the nature, yeah, that people can go and rehabilitate and live a natural earthy life. You know, that's what I'm accustomed to. It's what I know. Even though I live in a city of England, I don't really gravitate towards that. Yeah, it's not what I want. I don't really want to be civilized. Yeah, I don't need to be civilized. Yeah, so that is just again me giving an insight as to the possibility that is amongst us as a way of potential. The other potential, no doubt, I've mentioned was the thousand drums, where we can come together as individuals or as a drumming group. I was seeing United Drummers up in Wolverhampton. They attended a function drumming. I think there was probably only 2 or 3 drummers, but the impact was phenomenal. And again, I can swear to that because having been on the 1 million and 2 million marches with Pierce Corbin and David Icke and others, that the potential, because of the impact it will have within our community, would be phenomenal. Yeah, insofar as how this government, not only here but throughout the world. And one of the things I would recommend to you down there, my family, community, I only left one drum down there, a djembe with Nardel. I did link, however, with Times out of Rockfort there. Yeah, and my encouragement to yourselves, yeah, in aligning yourselves with the Maroon, yeah. The way for deal with the government is to just chant them down. Yeah, just chant them down. And I will say, and I'm gonna be in touch with Muta. I promised that I would phone in. I was gonna do it this week, but it didn't happen because I wasn't sure what was happening for this week, and I really wanted was to up the ante. But I may well make available. I had said it from over here. I was talking to Iron. I've got X amount of these shirts saying enough is enough down there already. Yeah. So we don't have to make no noise other than what the drum is saying. So silence protest is the best thing behind the drum. Just a chant. Yeah. I also saw the church came out against the same sex marriage thing. And on that I said they should have protested long before now. Yeah, because it's like the horse has already bolted. Yeah, well, not my horse, but the horse as it says. Yeah, so we have to deal with these things good and proper. Yeah, so the t-shirts are also available there, and then over here I'm looking forward to the official launch, which is going to be taking place in Palmer's Green. Graham also had made mention of somewhere over there in Stratford, which I'm going to be working closely with Graham, and also because he is a Burke, I know that he must have some connection with the original family. Yeah, and I'm saying that because you how did it go? It's from slave master to probably the overseer, but somewhere along the lines when independence was given, that family name was given special responsibility. Yeah, so to how I understand it, both names are the ones who are the ruling parties, and they fluctuate very much like how Labour and Conservative used to do them thing until the Lib Dems they come in. I'm mindful that there is a UIC, United Independent Congress, which was a third political party which I so happened to bump into when I was down there 2021. No sooner I go into Mandeville, me just buck them up. And I was surprised and honored that they say they'd been following me on YouTube, or they've certainly seen and is aware of me with the drums. So the things that we've done here might not have been acknowledged and appreciated. Obviously, it's attracting what do you say, attention abroad, yeah, and it's been quite effective, and I encourage ourselves to continue to so do. The next thing which I know we're due, because I think the what was it, the 15th or the 17th, believe Griot or something is out happening over there on the south sides in the woods. I've committed myself to go down that side because again we'll be looking to work on something over this side. And I was deeply troubled today. I was listening on the news and I'm hearing as to a number of incidents that had besetted our women more so over there on the Hackney Marshes. Yeah, so it raises some concern for myself, and I'm sure it would be the case for others when it comes to the safety. Yeah, as to how we maneuver ourselves. Yeah, so I have noted that down most serious and careful, to make sure that when we do, that the man them will be at hand to make sure that we burn out those kind of things within our community. And I know it's even going to be more difficult now that the weather has changed. Yeah, so a lot of people are going to be under influences, which is going to be of concerns, yeah, to us all. Yeah, so we look forward to the what is it, August? Where are we now? June, July, August. Yeah, whether it's August or September, but I think August is the next one insofar as the fire. Otherwise it would be September. Now I know September 10th, for those of you in Edmonton, I think Screw had told me that the 10th of September we intend to do something for the whole community. That has already been booked, and it's to embrace the loss of my brethren Jaman. Yeah, David Hall. Yeah, and I'm again looking very much forward to that. I had intended was to put a catalogue of events. We've been saying it amongst my colleagues, and nothing transpires. And difficult because having to work around certain things, and it's even going to be a lot worse now, or harder, more difficult, particularly not having a good and proper team. Yeah, so we need to have a good and proper team in order for these things to run smoothly. so that the responsibility can share amongst ourselves. Okay. All right. Yeah. Well, the phone is kind of looking good now. Right. We're up to a level whereby let's see if it can switch on. Yeah. 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 Okay. Yeah. We're until we are at a level where we can what do you say, establish our structure, because with everything as we move forward we need to have these things sorted. Yeah. So there is so much. Okay. Right. Yeah. So the phone I can see is now coming on. Yeah. So the number is 079 444 31366. Yeah. I think what the topic could be for today is do you have a view on all that is taking place? Do you believe Boris Johnson, his commitment to resign, do you think is something that he will honor, or would you say this is likely to be just a means for them to have a reset? That being the case, the gimmick that had been run in regards to peers, not peers, but the leader of the Labour Party group. Oh God, you believe I've forgotten his name. Yeah. Well. Yeah. Do you believe the fact that he himself had been, would you say, released of the charges they've been discarded? Yeah. Do you believe that again was an illusion? That's probably what I would say when you consider the timing. Yeah. Or the two things just come together just like that. Yeah. Was that just a coincidence? Yeah. That um, he has been found to not have anything, yeah, to answer to. Yeah. Was that a coincidence? I don't think it was. Personally, I think everything is being stage managed. Yeah. And it doesn't matter whether is Labour or the Conservative, as long as they can keep the Lib Dems and the Green Party out, the agenda remains the same. Whichever party is in power. Yeah. And then the unfortunate thing is now those who are at the grassroots, because there are not good examples being given at the top. Yeah. Local government now, they're turning mafia on us, for their own ends. So yeah, I'm really and truly concerned that these things continue to go on, and we don't seem to have the willpower to come together in order to do anything about it. So what are the answers? How are we going to be moving ourselves forward? How are we going to get to this unity? Last year when we were in the park, we had our good brother Leo Mohammed address us on unity. Should there be any changes on that? Or do we at all time, which I do believe, our prime aim is how we achieve unity. Unity should be at the forefront of all that we do onwards in. Yeah, because we need to take back responsibility from those who are irresponsible, in that they do not understand the nature, not being the originals, that their experience is very much an inexperience because of the short period of time that they themselves have been on this earth. They're not connected above and below as we are. Yeah, they are not conductors. Yeah, to a certain extent, if you use nature as an example, it's like they short circuit. If lightning was to strike, they shrivel before it goes to hurt. Whereas that with we, because we're natural conductors, it's like it will just go through. Because we are cellular. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we get charged up, hence our speed. Yeah. So these are things as we get to understand the dynamics of life, how it impacts on us, and then when we get to know thyself, as is said on our blessed banner. Yeah, when we get to that point and we come to realize, yeah, we're gonna say backside, so what make it take you so long? Or take us so long? You know? It should have been there a long time before. Yeah, but it hasn't transpired. Yeah? So we are there almost. Responsibilities with us, yeah, to unite as one, yeah, try and to forgive if needs be, yeah, to forgive where forgiveness is needed in order for the healing to take place, yeah, to find love within our heart, to know as to what it is that is common in us, within us, that we need to express and to exercise in order again to bring up forth and bring about this unity, yeah, which is the lax is failing us. We see the Paradise Islands which we have in the West Indies, how we are self-destructing, yeah, through our greed and ignorance, yeah, for want of the illusion which is being brought in from abroad. Yeah, and we who have the natural resources and the potential to be exporting on the level to which we had done with sugar or banana before, and whatever we choose to put in the soil that nature will bless us to grow. Yeah, these are the avenues to which we need to step up and forward ourselves. Yeah. Now, I'm noting the time, and it's been really a long and lonely journey inside the studio, and I'm not best prepared. I'd hope that my brother would have been here again this morning. Yesterday, I phoned Jammers, and it's really concerning that and that my brother is not returned this call. I'm sharing this with you, because I need to make sure that I remain open and transparent, because I'm not running no competition with anybody. Yeah, as I said, had I not spoken to Carol this morning, I probably would have been asking you out there, the listeners, what to do. Yeah, but it's not even so much what to do, because Brother Dougie has already done the thing. I just have to see the thing sing through. Yeah, but it's a lot of responsibility. My son is getting married next week. I've got the Julia Gomez thing, which again, is in my neck of the woods. And yeah, I really want to share responsibility. Otherwise, if I had set about it on my own, I would have just made sure I just did everything. I know Egan, I hadn't spoken to him. I should imagine Egan is back by now. I would have taken full responsibility of the flyers and everything, and just deal with the thing. Yeah, but yeah, not to worry on that still, because I'm gonna be reasoning with Galactic Clyde. I don't know if he'll make it still in, and we're gonna chart a way forward. I've been speaking also to others, but I want to set about it in the right and proper way, because it's not for me to choose as such. I really would like the family to just step in at times and just steer the ship. Yeah, because I believe it's the best way of us resolving things without us necessarily falling out with one another. Because I know unity is about reconciling differences to achieve aims and objectives. I have to have a broad shoulder. Yeah, because walking away is always an option, but I don't believe that's why my brother put me in this seat. Yeah, and it wasn't a seat that I assumed. Yeah, it just transpired that way, and the maneuvering that took place. Again, I say it's not all necessary, so I challenge the intent. But I know as long as I hold a certain ground or a moral compass, them have to do likewise. Yeah, them can't stray too much of a far. So out of it, if me not get it right, them may well get it right. Yeah, cause it's still not about me. It's still not about me. Yeah, so we really are where we are, you know. So and I've got to assume that it's for for good reason. Yeah, I've got to assume that is for good reasons. Yeah, so make would play this one, yeah, because without a doubt the hurt is the Lord's, and the fullness.
Sure, Selassie I the first. The hurt is the Lord, and the fullness thereof, and they that dwell within. So humble yourselves, my people, and you will see the King. So don't be envious. Don't live a life of mistrust. Hold the faith and don't give up. No matter how the times get tough.
Never ever.
Oh, glorious things have spoken of thee. O city of the Almighty, oh glorious thing I've spoken of thee. O city of the Almighty, be wise, my people, and rise, my people. Open your eyes, my people, and know that He is Lord. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the ways of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful, but in His law He meditate day and night. Whatsoever He doeth shall prosper. The hurt is the Lord, and the fullness thereof, and they that dwell therein. So humble yourselves, my people, and you will see the King. You will see the King, oh. You will see, oh. You will see the King. Only a clean hands, oh. Only a clean hands, oh. Only a clean hands and a pure in heart. The hurt is the Lord, and the fullness thereof, and they that dwell therein. So humble yourselves, my people, and you will see the King. So be wise, my people, and arise, my people. Open your eyes, my people. No time for idle. So be wise, my people. Open your eyes, my people.
Yes, open your eyes, my people. Yes, and whilst we was playing on that one, I've just picked up on a post from one Leicester Screw in regards to what I'd made mention of. So this is a date for your diary, my family. The message goes with this one that says one big family memorial. And what this family is saying is we've all experienced a loved one transcended to the higher realms. So let's come together to celebrate and remember the life of those close to our hearts. So let's come together on the 10th of September 2022 at the Henry Barras Cultural Club. Place to be Ansfield Road, London, N9. Landmark Jubilee Park. Now this happened to be the place that Julia Gomez, #107, was killed. And that was on the 14th of September, which happened to have been the time when I was celebrating my 60th. Yeah, so that is what brought me out of semi-retirement, my family. Now, my brother is asking that you bring a photograph of your dearly departed loved one, and food and music will be provided, and drinks will be available for purchase from the bar. More details to come. Yeah, so they may be gone from our sight, but never truly gone, because they are omnipresent in our hearts as well as our minds. Did you hear that? Yeah, so that again will be a celebration of I, Earth Strong. The challenge there is, I know, says a full moon. You understand? And Galactic Clyde being in the studio, he probably would have been able to confirm that. But I'd look in advance at that and she says a full moon. So the main thing is not to do anything that to conflict with that event on that day. But even though we will be doing it in the night. Yeah? So yeah, big up to Leicester Screw, Jaman family, David, son. Yeah, my godson. Yeah, so everything kind of interconnect. Yeah, so with everything is everything. Yeah. What I'd like to also do for yourself is, as I had said earlier, I had met up with Anne. No, I hadn't met up with. I had been in conversation with Hannah and Grums. That I was saying we had attended the same school and Gums of Archery. So what I'd like to do, I think she had sent me a jingle. Yeah, so I'd like to be able to at least.
Have you lost somebody close to you? Do you need a personal and professional service that can coordinate all aspects of a funeral in North London or the surrounding areas? If you do, contact Samuel Gums Funeral Directors Limited. We are here to help. Whether you need a bespoke or simple burial or cremation, a hearse, limousines or horse-drawn carriage, memorials or floral tributes, an order of service or music, photography or video, as well as venue hire and catering. We could accommodate all branches of all faiths. Call our 24-hour line on 0207 263 7763 or visit samuelgumsfunerals.co.uk.
Okay, I hope you gathered that, my family. Yeah, so yeah, I know obviously that also include like the drummers, because I know that myself and others, we've played at so many of these occasions, and we've met so many family members on the way. Aside from Dougie's funeral, and so saying, Jaman's funeral was before. Yeah, Jaman's funeral was before Dougie's. So from Jaman's funeral, what I learned, and from that, and this funeral, my brother never even got a church. Yeah, it was from the what do you say, from the parlor to outside the house. We did the church outside the house,
And then we start the church outside the house for the chanting, the courtesy of Ras Chubby and the Naya Bingi them. And then when we was at the cemetery, yeah, we continued. Yeah, you understand? So yeah, that was an eye opener as to the ways forward. You understand? Because from this and now we end up in the woods and all sort of thing. Yeah, and we've held back up until now. Yeah, to be able to bring the community together. Yeah, because we realize that the community need it as a healing. Yeah, so many of us have lost young ones, loved ones, elders. Yeah, all different aspects of our community we have lost. You know, so we need to come together. Yeah, as a community. I know Nigel Shaw, Bill Leon. There's some elders, also that had departed us, and we've not been able to have a good and proper mourn, yeah, or grieving, whatever it is, but more so the gathering of friends and family, yeah, just to give that warm embrace. Yeah, so we're playing catch up, my family, insofar as where things are at, yeah. So with all that is happening, yeah.
Whoa, whoa.
UNITY.
Talking to America, whoa, whoa. Talking to Africa, whoa, whoa. Talking to Asia, Jamaica, and the people all over, whoa, whoa. You've got to learn to love your brothers and sisters. You've got to learn to live together, whoa, whoa. UNITY, that is unity. UNITY, UNITY, that is unity. UNITY. I'm talking to the Hanatown child. Telling so too much blood and boil. Talking to the Denham Town child. Lord, them those are dirty up the soil. I'm talking to the Roseland child. Telling so too much blood and boil. I'm talking to the Matches Land Garden. See if you want back to whoa, whoa, whoa. UNITY, that is unity. UNITY, UNITY, that is unity. UNITY. You've got to love your brothers as you love yourself. Whoa, whoa. And you've got to be your sister's keeper. Whoa. So I'm talking to PJ, talking to Ciara, talking to the NDM. Yeah, we no wanna be gunner, we no wanna bushmaster. Come in the area, no. Hey, dirtying up the youth, them mind. Hey, or with them corruption. We want to know what is the matter, who is the master, or what is the plan. Yeah, every time I look over my shoulder, pure destruction. That's why I write this song. So you better sing with King Kong. Whoa. UNITY, that is unity. UNITY. UNITY, that is unity. UNITY. Don't you know that love is the answer, my brothers? Don't you know that love is the key? Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Talking to the Denham Town child. Tell them say too much blood a boil. Talking to the Anna Town child. Lord, them just a dirty of the soil. So we're talking to the inner city child. Tell them say too much blood a boil. Appear school face, no man, no smile. Still I see I go and take away this oil. Hey. UNITY, that is unity. UNITY. UNITY, U-N-I-T-Y, that is unity. U-N-I-T-Y. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. His Imperial Majesty, Emperor Haile Selassie, the first of Ethiopia. Kings of kings, Lord of lords, conquering Lion of the tribe of Judah. Free speech to the poor people, them down Africa, down Africa. Free speech for the less fortunate in Jamaica, not Jamaica. Free speech to the ghetto people, them down Bangladesh, down India. Free speech to the poor people, them in Europe, in Europe. The whole world in a slavery. Take off the chain and them fool we. But we chain mentally can speak freely of His Majesty. The whole world in a slavery. Take off the chain and fool we. But we chain mentally can speak freely of His Majesty. Oh no, of His Majesty. Oh Lord, Kings of kings, Lord of lords, conquering Lion of the tribe of Judah. Oh, let the herd hear His voice and His calling. Oh, all who are live behind the iron screen come clean. All who are live behind the iron screen come clean. A Babylon I live behind the iron screen, so you must come clean. Oh, dirtying up the youth them dream. Oh, you don't know how the youth them keen. Oh, seeking for kindness, nothing mean. Emperor Selassie is a hope and dream. Babylon, me tell you, say you must feel the steam. This a fire hot King Kong on the scene. So we have to ice up the red, gold and green. Yes, Babylonian, burn you on your team. Make you really know what the youth them mean. Oh, oh, oh. Free speech to the poor people, them down Africa, down Africa. Free speech for the less fortunate in Jamaica, not Jamaica. Free speech to the ghetto people, them down Bangladesh, down India. Free speech to the poor people, them in Europe, in Europe. Free speech, Lord, Lord. Free speech, whoa, hey. Free speech, Lord, Lord. Emperor Selassie is our only defense. Tell Babylon we not go follow them trend. We no really care man now who them send. Cause we straight like a hurricane bend. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, whoa. Free speech to the poor people, them down Africa, down Africa. Free speech for the less fortunate in Jamaica, not Jamaica. Free speech to the ghetto people, them down Bangladesh, down India. Free speech to the poor people, them in Europe, in Europe.
Yes, my people, free speech. Yeah, free speech. Yeah, so yeah, everything is everything. Yeah, so yeah, we'll talk, yeah? Yes, family, I wanna doing. Boy, after 6 o'clock already. Food should be digesting now. Yeah, anyway, yeah, as we bring things kind of to a close. Yeah, first let me thank you for giving me your keen ears. As I'd mentioned, there are other events coming up. There is drumming in Oakley's Wood. I believe that's on the 15th. Yeah, I believe that is the 15th. Well, certainly it's going to be on a weekend. Yeah, I'll check that date. But yeah, do look out for the flyers on that. I was not able to make it down to Battersea yesterday for the reason that there's a splinter that was in my hand, and plus the fact that a little bit of running up and down which I needed to do, because I'm back on the plantation. I'm having to do some work. There was a meeting this week. I have to give my apologies. I wasn't able to make with Miss Margaret Thorley on the single father's business startup training. But again, yeah, I'm still on that to get certain things sorted together. But yeah, there's just so much things being done and happening presently that it's a little bit overwhelming. And in this heat, the heat does help, but at the same time we need to get all hands on board. Yeah. So yeah, with all that, yeah, I am looking forward, yeah, to continue the networking out there. And the phone obviously is up and running now, but wasn't able to make mention of the opportunity was to win copy of Words of Good. I've got a number of copies courtesy of our good brother Iron Ras Iron Kunta Far I. So yeah, this will obviously, they will go forward, but I've got a number of books which are available for you to win, and I'm happy to so do. But clearly we need to make sure that this phone is charged prior to us being in the studio, so we can kick off properly, irrespective of the fact that I was a little bit late myself. So I'm just counting 1, 2, 3, 9. I've got about 10 copies which is to give away, and I've got limited copies on the Enlightenment, which is volume 2. Yeah. In addition to that, in the future we've got the t-shirts which I've got available, and obviously if somebody was to phone in from abroad to win, I think then you would have to be prepared to just pay the postage and packaging. I think that's the only allowance I can make on that, otherwise the cost is going to be too great. Yeah. Other than that, again, I've got the events which are taking place. Our Brother Dougie's event on the 23rd and the 24th of July 2022. The venue being Parkview Academy, West Green Road, N15, and the Chestnut Park, St. Anne's Road, N15, and the same way as had been done previously at the Chestnut Park. The time for the Saturday event is 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. in the night, and on the Sunday it's from 12 p.m. in the afternoon till 8 p.m. in the evening. Yeah, so if the weather is anything like what it has been for the last couple of weeks, it should be a fantastic day to be had. So we're asking that you come as you've done previously, bring your drums. We'll be doing libation. I've spoken words. We'll be reconnecting back with some of Brother Dougie's family and friends. So I'm very much looking forward to seeing that happen. I must big up also Vasco Stevenson out there, as well as from Rehab Back to Life. Yeah, the Good Brother Foundation. We continue to try and to do what it is necessary for us to do in the name of our good brother. And yeah, everything is not hunky-dory, but certainly we are going through that phase whereby we need to be quite certain as to how we move ourselves forward. So I'm not going to say to you that I'm excited because obviously I have concerns because I'm a person that likes to stay on top of things, and when you see things are not the way that they ought to be, questions have to be asked and answers given because reputation goes ahead of you. Yeah. So all that being said, my family, I'm gonna be wishing you a good week. Yeah. I'm gonna wish you a good week and that all will be well, that you will be strengthened to face any adversity, any challenge that you may well encounter for this week coming, and that you be energized, yeah, from the good weather to which we are experiencing. Yeah, so charge up your batteries whilst you can. Do keep an eye on what is happening within your community because a lot is happening. And there's more things important than just silver and gold because you can see we've got gold, and if we're not careful it's going to cause us more problems than good.
It's in a chaos, the world, oh, yes, the world, yeah, our boys and girls, paradise lost, and the world is in a chaos, alright now, paradise lost, and the world is in chaos, come on now. A shot a lick, a shot another shot a lick it back. Tap a shot a say that them fix bout that. Them a lick a shot a them no cater for that. Them have Glock 40 strapped down on them back. Paradise lost and the world is in a chaos. Alright now, paradise lost and the world is in chaos. Come on now, from Bronx to Brooklyn up here dead man. Stonebridge to us and them a dead one. In a Jamaica pure Lone Ranger. Most youths where you see have dopey on his shoulder. Man a count all him dopey and him no cater. One dopey, two dopey, three dopey bra. Gotta make a couple more little later.
Yes, for next week's show, do remember we'll be having the focus will be on hashtag 109. That's Julia Gomez, another young soldier to which we had lost. He would have been 32 come next week. Yeah, he's left us twin children and a son, 2 girls I believe and a son. So manners and respect goes out to the Gomez family up there in Wellingborough. I look forward to seeing you at some point this week if you do come down. Otherwise, yeah, we'll link up, if not at other time, then certainly on the 10th of September, Jubilee Park. Yeah, but otherwise, we see as to what we do in linking up with the group at the cemetery. Yeah, so next week we'll have a couple guests in the studio. That discussion's already been had. So aside from that, again, as I'm saying, regards to the events in Chestnut Park between now and next week, I will have to be making some major announcement because if things aren't, I have to be on that to let you know what's happening. But in the meantime, everything is everything because our good brother has sorted it that way. Yeah, so love and hate can never be friends. So let's work on this unity, my family. Yeah, it's very much needed in this time.
The world is in a mess, yes, my heart it grieves. Oh yes, to see so much youth man I bleed. Oh yes, in my heart it vex when I see the young man I change them sex. Oh yes, paradise lost and the world is in a chaos. Come on now, paradise lost and the world and the world and the world, the world and its problem. Oh yes, only Jack can solve them.
Yes, we are part of this world, so it's for us to solve this problem, my family. So to you, the community out there, both here and on the broad, those of you who are out there in Landui, Hoping I take care of myself. Don't know when me I will come back on soon, but I think mother should be down at some point. Yeah, so what's to be will be. Yeah, so until next week. Yeah, next week my family just hold tight. Yeah, have a successful week. Yeah, until everything come again. Yeah, so stay blessed and stay connected.
She get back home and a return man up.
Over and out.
Last year needs a way. If it takes more than birds to sing, to let them know he's the only king of kings. Jah thy blessing pure. Emperor Selassie, sunny day I pray. Jah Jah needs a way to Zion highway. Sunny day I pray. Jah leads the way to Zion highway. When the king is passing, wicked out is mousing. Wicked is the living taken away. No for them I eat them, long time must not see them. None of them can come chase I away. Sunny day I pray. Jah Jah leads the way to Zion highway. Sunny day I pray. Jah leads the way to Zion highway. Jah moon is shining, Jah stars are shining, and Jah will bless a brighter day. No for them I in them, long time rest I see them. So let's see if we cleanse your ways, do some good today. Jah down to Zion way, sunny day I pray. Jah Jah leads the way to Zion highway. Sunny day I pray. Jah leads the way to Zion highway. No, I'm on my journey, who is gonna stop me? I see no one in my way. It's even more than words can say. I listen last year, I need the way. If it takes more than birds to sing, to let them know he's the only king of kings. Jah thy blessing pure. Emperor Selassie, sunny day I pray. Jah Jah leads the way to Zion highway. Sunny day I pray. Jah leads the way to Zion highway. When the king is passing, wicked out is mousing. They can easily been taken away. No for them I eat them, long time must I see them. None of them can come chase I away.
Selassie Ija, Rastafari, a spectacle and Jacure.
Ethiopian children,
Rise it, rise it.
Mandela.
On the wings of the wings.
John, bongo man, John and
Rastafari.
Yeah, you can speak on the phone and just address and just tell him the situation if needs be, and then I will tidy it up.
Yo, man, if we go chant and pray our songs, I keep the devil away.
Yes, man, as I respect my family. Yeah, I've just managed to be able to get through to Jammers, which is going to give us an update because I was concerned as to what's happening. Yeah, so yeah, Jammers.
Greetings, Carol. Greetings to your patients and family. Yeah, unfortunately, you're going to have to reschedule the Saturday event just due to time and finances and to make sure it runs properly. So the Saturday events will going to be rescheduled, so we'll give you a new date for the Saturday. But the Sunday, the annual Sunday event supporting the legacy of Dougie is definitely going ahead, so you will be getting the social media info. And the lots and the family to share the information of the event that's taking place on Sunday, the 24th of July at Chestnuts Park. So I'd like to thank everybody for their patience and and their support, so that we can make sure that this event becomes greater and greater in relation to our great brother Douglas Williams, brother Dougie, who's given us all the platform to find your voice. Yes, Clive. So thank you for your patience and your overwhelming power and commitment to make sure this event takes place.
Okay, all right. Yeah, well, respect and salute for that because I say it's best that we're honest, open to our listeners. Yes. Because to a certain extent, I'm just glad I managed to get to you at this particular time because I'm speaking with a half heart, to the community, which is not like my style because Brother Dougie's done the work, and because he's done the work, I know we only have to turn up, but the impression I was seeing out there is like it's just me I try a thing, and it's not me trying a thing. I'm just doing what Brother Dougie would want us to do, which is for us to come together as a community in unity. Yeah. So the burden of responsibility, as I shared with you, was not with yourself. It's for us all in order was to do. Yeah. So fret not yourself, my brother. Be strengthened, and you, the community, the listeners out there. Yeah. The focus now is going to be on Sunday, which is the 24th of July. Yeah. So all that had been done previously, in the Chestnut Park, St. Anne's Road, N15, will be happening. Yeah. So the main focus is the drumming, and we are coming together as a community, to embrace, because we know that we have been left to a certain extent in what we'd say a mental, spiritual little kind of quagmire. Yeah. So because of that reason, we need to be leaning more so on each other for strength, and our strength is unity. Yeah. So respect, my brother. So we'll speak soon on that. Yeah.
We'll speak soon. And big up Bless as well. Big up Natty. I need to make my appearance there very soon. So
I was gonna say I need you in the studio, man, so we can.
Yeah, hopefully it's the next Sunday I can be in the studio with you.
Okay, I've got a couple guests coming in to deal with #107. Yeah, so I look forward to that. Yeah.
Okay, fantastic.
Okay, all right. Respect for that. All right, bless up, bless. Right, so my family heard it from Jammers there. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to do both the Chestnut as well as Parkview Academy, so we're going to carry on with the Chestnut Park, and we'll take it from there. So the cake that we were going to have on the Saturday, we will have to have that now on the Sunday, because like I said, I spoke to Carol this morning, and she gave me the encouragement to carry on, because I was thinking to myself that it looks as though there was an issue out there between my colleagues, my brothers, and I've come to realize that there is a problem, but it wasn't really shared, because it's for us to iron these things out together. Yeah, as I'm saying, I think my shoulder is broad enough to take most things, so what we have to do, we would have had to do. Yeah, but we didn't have that three-way meeting as we would have done, because I think I was bragging and boasting that we're not looking from you for any financial support. Yeah, we were going to shoulder that in the knowledge that it would have been recovered, whether it's through selling the t-shirts or selling other things, because I know the family to which Brother Dougie had made link with, yeah, if we had put it out, yeah, it wouldn't be an issue. And that's why I do believe we need to be open and transparent, not just amongst ourselves, but with you as a community. So that's the way we need to roll in the future, because it's not about me, it's not about Jammers, it's not about Supreme, it's about all of us. It's just that we took on the responsibility to see things are in place, and to a certain extent that amongst ourselves we didn't really do it in communicating amongst ourselves. Yeah, so no disrespect to anyone, it's a learning. Yeah, and we have to embrace that and move forward. Yeah, so thanks for your keen ears. Yeah, we move forward to honor what our good brother has lined up for us. Yeah, so without a doubt, everything is everything. Yeah, so we don't have to fret yourself on anything whatsoever.
Emperor Selassie and the judgment never cease. And the wicked man feed, and know them must get defeat. Why, get a youth be wise, and open up your eyes, because I know Jah bless me, no wicked heart can bless me, no matter what they try. Oh, Jah manifest me, and my fans are request me. Now gonna make the river run dry.
Bless up my family, Landowy family. Don't make the river run dry. Should never ever. I just remember, so I never even give you
Come for blood, Babylon.
the final word. Yeah, I can't neglect my duty, but you see, it's like I was a little bit disheartened a certain way. Yeah, and you see the balance of this now. Listen this, where this thing I say. That's why I just love this book, you know. We must realize our own difficulties in the development of our community and try to solve them by collective participation. Yeah? We need to solve them by collective participation. And again, it's like I say, it's not about me, it's about we. Yeah? So we have to make sure the thing turn the right way. Yeah, I'm going to read that to you again. We must realize our own difficulties in the development of our community and try to solve them by collective participation. Yeah, these are not my words. Yeah, if me did say these words, is like me a fling stone. Yeah, me not fling no stone off of no bud. Whether them are ground dove, duppy bud, pea dove, any of them. You understand? I not throw no words. Yeah? The fact of the matter is we are as a community, and it's like what I said before, you know. Whoever got turn up, me want to know if you just do what you would have ordinarily do for our good brother Douglas Williams. You not do it for me, you not do it for Jammers, you're doing it for us, we. Yeah, that is the significance as to the time to which we are in now. Yeah, we are like at war. Yeah, and because we are at war, we have to put strategies in place in order to deal with any given situation. You understand? So now you see, like I've had my conversation with my brother and I know what the situation is. Now I can speak with more spirit. Yeah? In order to deal with this situation, because the situation it is not a problem, because our good brother done deal with the thing already. Yeah, we just have to turn up and report. Yeah, that's all we have to do. Yeah, so we have 2 weeks. Yeah, so those who have the numbers, yeah, just make the contact or obviously be in touch with myself, yeah. Do be in touch with Supreme and be in touch with Jammers. Yeah, I've had conversation. I understand Griot is gonna be away because she has to make preparation for her storytelling week. Yeah, so I'm aware of that, but almost definitely I'm there in support for the fire that is taking place in the woods. You understand? I'm there. Yeah, and you the drummers them out there, listen, we have to shape up as well. Yeah, we have to shape up because whether it's Sangoma or the Thousand, as I say, I've made contact now with a school friend who so happens to have a funeral parlor, family funeral business, which, as you heard, they do the whole package. Yeah, whether it's bespoke or anything normal. Yeah, they do the whole package. So we would like to add our drums to that also. Yeah. So the way I'd been paved because she made great mention of our good brother. I'd hope that she would have phoned in as well, but I know she is busy. Yeah. So when you know so everything up on a level, you know, you hold the men at me and spirit, it just change automatic. Yeah, so we have to just keep the things real. Yeah, so like with me, I know some people might say I'm not a people's person. I'm just saying that, but it might not necessarily be so. Yeah, but sometimes you end up with that impression. But I try to just stay on top of everything and do what me have to do. You understand? So I hope you understand my family. So I'm wishing you well for the week. Be encouraged. Yeah, don't be disheartened. Yeah, so our roads now leads to or down Doggy Road to the Chestnut Park. Yeah, so my salute to the family. Mom, hope you're enjoying the sunshine. And my family, keep your ears peeled, your eyes open, and where possible, your tongue tied. Yeah, except for when you're phone into the studio, of course, though. Yeah, so I'm gonna love you and leave you with this. I don't even know what's coming, but I hope there is something there.
Suffering youth don't cry, Jah will see you through one day. Guide us, oh Jah, I pray, He steps along the way. Jerusalem, thy holy place, He grasps up our face, Lord. Guide us, oh Jah, I pray, He steps along the way. Guide us on thy holy place, He grasps up our face. Why? Go your way, but first know your way. Don't be lost in this world today. Good footsteps shall always be followed. Way that's right, not the way that's wrong. Just be wise, just be strong, and Jah will guide you all along the way. Yeah, guide us, oh Jah, I pray, He steps along the way. Guide us from thy holy place, He grasps the far I pay. Guide us, oh Jah, I pray, He steps along the way. Guide us from thy holy place, He grasps the far I face. Why? The weather's turned to storm, we're gonna make it without their arms. With Jah love we are able. Why? It's even more than words can say. So many being slain, and we still open no evil. Why? Guide us, oh Jah, I pray, He steps along the way. Jerusalem, thy holy place, He grasps the far I face now. Guide us, oh Jah, I pray, He steps along the way. Guide us on thy holy place, He grasps the far I face. I will make music with all my soul now. The glory of Jah got to be unfold. Why? He who searches minds and heart. See ye deeply true heart, considering my above all things. He never forgets the cry, suffering you don't cry. I will see you through one day.
Yes, that's it, my family. It's like the music just getting sweeter and sweeter. Oh, God.
Praises be to my King.
Yes. Hope you enjoy your dinner, my family. More love, more joy. Everything up, uprising.
Glory be his name. Every day does what they say. Better must come one day. In the Father we hope and pray. The sun keeps shining all the way. The fairing of my King is the beginning of wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. The beauty to behold of Mother Earth's creation. The rain can rain and the sun can shining too. Oh, how beautiful the earth is and